This is News 4 San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
Good morning, 642. Nonstop News starts right now. We're the only station that's commercial free for the next 15 minutes. We've got you covered this morning, including a look at traffic with Joy and a look at your weather forecast with Joe DeCarlo for the start of spring break, folks. So we'll get you started right now with the look at your weather forecast with Joe. And spring break, a little chilly, but you promise things are going to warm up, don't you?
Yes, it is, Christina. It's a chilly start this morning, but we're going to warm up very nicely by the afternoon. We're talking those upper 70s to lower 80s returning. We're only going up from here in the days ahead. We'll be Rodriguez Law Camera downtown this morning. It's chilly, like we mentioned, 41 our current temperature. We do have some 30s, especially in the hill country, mid 30s, 35 Hondo, 37 right now in Pleasanton, 39 in Seguin. But we're going to warm up today. Sun doesn't rise to about 8 a.m. with the time change this weekend. We're going to go for 78 this afternoon with plenty of sunshine to go along. Temperatures this week warming up. We're in the 80s tomorrow, 81 in San Antonio, upper 80s Wednesday, and then we'll have some 90s by the end of the week, Thursday and Friday, before we cool it off a little bit as we head towards next weekend. Mainly dry forecast ahead, hard pressed to find a rain opportunity. We'll talk about a few disturbances that will pick that wind back up midweek. That's coming up in a few minutes.
Live from your South Texas Ford dealer Sky 4, we are above a crash on the northeast side of San Antonio, and it looks like we've got two cars that have gone through a barrier in the northbound lanes of I-35. This is near Olympia Parkway. I'm going to go straight now to David Mendoza. He is in your South Texas Ford dealer Sky 4 above this issue, bringing us real-time updates. David, what have you learned?
Hey, it's spring break, but it's still Monday and it's still I-35. This is in the northbound lanes by Olympia Parkway. We have a 3 to 4 vehicle accident right here. We have one vehicle in the center divider, one vehicle turned sideways in the right lane, and 2 or 3 vehicles parked on the side of the road. Actually, this vehicle, I know it's a little dark, but there's a vehicle on the off-ramp that has blocked the off-ramp completely. If we take a zoom out, we can see that traffic is really starting to build up. We got here right before police got here, and check it out right now. We have police and fire trying to make their way to the scene. I'm going to be over this for a while, so I'll keep you updated and let you know the traffic. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. That is the only delay that we're tracking right now. And as we check here on our map, looking at already a 20 to 25 minute delay building behind this. This is going to be significant for anyone trying to head out to New Braunfels for a day spent out there for spring break. In New Braunfels itself, we're not seeing any traffic delays right now, and we're not seeing any other major delays in San Antonio either. We'll be here to bring you more updates on that crash on I-35 with your on-time traffic.
I'm News 4 San Antonio's Darian Trotter with this week's unanswered questions. One of the biggest stories we're following are the cuts being made by the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, and how they could impact San Antonio. One of the big announcements by DOGE was about the National Park Service. 1,700 full-time National Park employees have lost their jobs so far, and DOGE says it wants to get rid of the headquarters for the historic San Antonio missions.
Of over 30 leases or buildings that the National Park Service leased across the agency, that those leases were going to be terminated, and in that list, San Antonio Missions was on there.
So what exactly will this mean for the missions? Will they be closing earlier? Will they have fewer staff members during business hours? Also, when could we see those changes? Once we get answers, we will let you know. Meanwhile, the Trump administration also plans to cut 80,000 employees from the Department of Veterans Affairs, and that could have a huge impact here in Military City, USA. The latest U.S. Census estimates there are 90,000 veterans living in San Antonio, and many of them use VA facilities. We recently reached out to several of our local congressmen to ask about VA cuts, including Joaquin Castro, Chip Roy, Tony Gonzalez, and Henry Cuellar. As soon as they respond, we'll let you know what they have to say. We will continue to work to get answers on this developing story and others. We'll be here every week to let you know what we find out. Tackling your unanswered questions, I'm News 4 San Antonio's Darian Trotter.
All right, looking forward to that, Darian. Thank you. We're now getting a closer look at the man deputies believe is connected to a deadly road rage shooting on San Antonio's far southeast side of town and at a Valero store last week. News 4 San Antonio's Taylor Warnaby joins us live now with the very latest developments. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning. 34-year-old Sean Anthony Samaniego has since been arrested, according to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. Samaniego is charged with tampering with evidence related to the murder investigation. That shooting happened on Friday near the intersection of Highway 181 South and East Loop 1604 South. Deputies say police inside a truck were arguing with people inside a sedan before pulling into a gas station near Highway 181 and Loop 1604. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says a man from the sedan was shot when he approached the truck. The victim later died from his injuries. Deputies say witnesses reported hearing 2 gunshots and saw a dark truck leaving. Samaniego says he didn't fire shots and refuses to cooperate. Police say he removed his truck's trailer and changed his appearance to avoid being caught. The Bexar County's medical office says they have no further information on the identity of the victim at this time. Reporting live, I'm Taylor Whartonby. Back to you.
All right, Taylor, thanks so much. At 6:48 this morning, Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar is warning everyone to be careful when it comes to meeting people online. It comes after a story out of Florida over the weekend after a teenager was kidnapped and then sadly murdered. Now, we want to show you a picture of the woman who's first been charged with first-degree murder in the death of 16-year-old girl in St. Petersburg. Investigators say the woman, along with the man, lured the teen to his home after meeting her on social media, the app, last month. Now, the teen was beaten and tortured for days, then murdered and dismembered, and her remains thrown into a dumpster.
Repeatedly beat the victim while holding her captive for 7 days and eventually suffocating her by wrapping plastic wrap around her face.
Now, in a statement on the Bexar County Sheriff's Office page, Facebook page, Salazar say that parents should talk to their kids and know what they're doing online. He also suggested that the Sheriff's Office can conduct a lures and lies presentation to any size of group of kids or adults. To do so, you can email them at stophumantrafficking@bexar.org. Right now, law officers in the Dominican Republic are questioning a young man who's believed to have been with a University of Pittsburgh student shortly before she went missing in Punta Cana. Now, Sudishka Konaki was last seen at a beach near the Rue Republica Hotel where she was staying with 5 friends. The 20-year-old was captured by surveillance cameras near the beach area and several people around 4 a.m. on Thursday. Cameras captured 5 women and a man leaving the beach while she is believed to have remained alone with the young man. That same man was seen leaving the beach area shortly before 10 a.m. The city of San Antonio is seeing a surge in shoppers this spring break, with attractions and hotel experiences high demand. Now, it all comes as several school districts in our area are out on vacation. Long lines have been reported in places like the San Antonio Zoo, local stores, and restaurants. They're expected to see at least a 20 to 30% rise in businesses this spring break. But hotel occupancy is also on the rise, with some downtown locations expecting to reach 90% capacity. The president and CEO of the Greater San Antonio Chamber of Commerce says that this tourism boom is bringing major boost to local businesses.
The folks I've talked to in the hotel industry, their room bookings are up. People are traveling in from northern Mexico, and then people are traveling in from South Texas.
Now, with increased spending expected across retail and entertainment this year, spring break is expected to outperform previous years and in turn help drive growth for San Antonio's economy.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Joe DeCarlo.
And it is expected to get warmer and warmer as the week goes on, right?
Yeah, it's going to be kind of hot by the end of the week.
Nice,
so,
that'll be nice.
It's chilly this morning, but we'll be in the upper 70s this afternoon, so not a bad forecast at all. We'll be ready to begin the log camera right now, downtown San Antonio. Still dark, still got to wait another hour to see any daylight out there. 41, our current temperature, clear skies, lighter winds in the area, so that's nice compared to over the weekend when we saw that strong wind gust once again. We'll have some windy days though in the forecast. Temperatures right now 30s and 40s across the board. Wind is light, and across the state we are pretty quiet. We're going to see plenty of sunshine across Texas for your day today. Zoom out across the country. Here's some rain in the deep south from Alabama into Georgia, Atlanta. It's wet right now, and showers and thunderstorms in Florida right now. That's a tornado warning just to the south of Jacksonville this morning. This is all pushing off to the east. Our next system that will kick up the wind once again midweek is out here back just to the west of Los Angeles, and that's going to push eastward in the days ahead. It is going to bring a rain chance to the state, but the best dynamics, it's a similar scenario here, mainly to the east of our area. So maybe watch an isolated shower in our eastern zone Wednesday afternoon. We'll watch that. See maybe if it can go a little further west, but it's mainly just a windy event again on Wednesday, and then mid to late week by Friday and Saturday, another windstorm with this area of low pressure that misses us to the north. 10-day rainfall forecast. It's not a whole lot, maybe a few hundredths of an inch if we're lucky. Best dynamics continue to be to the east across East Texas into Louisiana and Arkansas, and we're left high and dry. Your forecast though for today, plenty of sunshine, 39 this morning, 78 for the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine and lighter winds out of the south and southwest. We will bring back the wind Wednesday though, and you see the temperatures warming up each day this week into the upper 80s to lower 90s by the end of the week. Next cold front moves in Friday evening, which will cool us back to about 80 for an afternoon high over the weekend. And again, mainly quiet, lots of sunshine ahead in San Antonio. Western zone 83 this afternoon. We're in the low 90s for the rest of the week. The hill country upper 70s today, low 80s for tomorrow. There's your full eastern zone extended forecast with the warming temperatures kind of getting hot by the end of the week, around 94, 95 in our eastern zone by Thursday and Friday.
Back to the northeast side here. This is where we are tracking our first and only major delay of the morning. This is going to be in the northbound lanes of I-35 at Olympia Parkway. 2 lanes now remain open. David Mendoza is there above the scene in your South Texas Ford dealer Sky4, so I'll turn it over straight to him. David, what have you seen since we last talked to you?
Well, fire finally made it on scene. We have an EMS unit coming in the southbound lanes at 35 trying to make it to the scene right now. It's a little dark, but we can see that a truck right here has collided into the center divider. We have another vehicle next to that with a group of people. So this looks to be about a 4-vehicle involved accident, including that work van you see at the top of your screen. Wrecker right now backing up, trying to get a car out, but police on the scene, EMS on the way, and fire there. Let's take a look at the traffic really quick, the traffic backup. It's growing. It's growing, that's for sure. Let me swing the camera this way for you. See if we can catch that EMS unit on its way too. But there it is. We have a significant backup right now. I'll be over this area and I'll keep you updated. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And again, it's the northbound lanes that are brought down to just 1 or 2 lanes open. That's where you're going to see the 30 to 35-minute delay heading out of town. Southbound also slowing down as well. You can see some of that rubbernecking that was happening. About a 10-minute delay southbound on I-35 as you're approaching Loop 1604. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
A lot of problems there for our friends in New Braunfels, so stay safe out there. In the meantime, this weekend, the 2025 Tejano Music Awards fanfare is coming to San Antonio. The fun and safe environment begins at noon this Friday and runs all the way through Sunday at Hemisphere Park off Nueva Street. There will be a meet and greet autograph session, a number of food and drink booths, and it's entirely free. Now, for more details, including how to buy tickets, just head on over to our website at news4sanantonio.com. Also this weekend, SA Parks Foundation is hosting its Festive Tales Kite Festival and Dog Fair this Saturday, March 15th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. over at McAllister Park. You can show off your furry friend at Pooch Parade, and the costume contest is also included. There's also going to be lots of dog products and food for sale, along with some carnival games. And the best part of all, this is also free. Well, this Saturday, Boeing is hosting a job fair on the south side. The company says it's looking to hire more than 100 general and electric and structural aircraft mechanics. Some positions may require candidates to obtain a security clearance. It's going to be held over at the Workforce Solutions Alamo Career Center near the Boeing Center at Techport. That's going to be going on from 9 until 2 p.m. Caught on camera, check this out. A wallaby is spotted floating in floodwaters in Brisbane, Australia. Over the weekend, river levels rose across that city after tropical cyclone Alfred smashed into Australia's eastern coast. Alfred made landfall on islands off Australia's eastern coast late Friday, bringing destructive winds and heavy rain. So far, more than 200,000 people had lost power in the area, but you can see, look, the wallaby's just making its way through the water there. Hopefully it made it out okay. There's reports of one death there, but that wallaby just holding on for dear life. Yeah.
Poor guy there. It's tropical season down across the southern hemisphere. For us, dry all week long.
All right, but it's going to warm up, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow and see you back here at noon. See you later. Thanks.